What's your role?
Dreamer of horror movie.
Nice.
Yeah, Tina was the last dream there, I remember. This was like really fucked up. I was like, there's blood everywhere, you know, whatever. And they're just like, oh, interesting.
Greetings. Okay. So all the envelopes are back there for your prompts, guys. It's in alphabetical order. So yeah, come on. We got camera there. He's gonna be running around. Then back to the right is the confessional space. You go back and just press record. Then you press stop whenever you're done. You got your 10-minute block. So go back there. There's prompts back there. So there's an envelope with your name on it. Open it up. Answer those 3 prompts. Talk about your dreams, and then go ahead and talk about whatever the hell else you want to talk about. And fill that 10 minutes if you can. You waiting on it? No? Oh, Phoebe.
Yes, it did.
And I was like, honey,
I'm missing Phoebe and Mike.
we're green.
They were green. Oh no, and
I just remember
And
your
James
eyes.
is
so weird.
I just remember your eyes and being like, well, your eyes aren't naturally like that. And you're just like, I know. And I was like, so I was like, because
We're busted.
We're fine.
Interesting.
because that I remember your eyes. It was so crazy. I was like,
That's right. I have worn eyes. I mean, I have worn contacts, color contacts.
I've worn eyes
I've worn
before.
eyes before.
Kind of mad. Kind of amazing.
So do we have individual scripts?
There's only ever 4 people talking at a time.
Okay.
So we have 5 or 6 scripts, right? So once you look through it and you're not up,
Oh my
well,
God.
you only pretty much have scripts of people that are going to be up there.
Clear.
Because as
Where
we
do you
mentioned, we
work?
don't want you guys like these
I work at Mariano.
My contacts in it.
That's
freaking
have
me out.
contacts in?
Yeah, it's freaking me out.
Could be.
I haven't worn contacts in like a year.
Good day, sir. How are you? Good.
What?
How are you?
I started wearing
Too
clear
shabby,
ones.
too shabby.
People used
Me
to
too.
tell me that I was scary.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, one camera has
My
one ear,
looked
so
at
you
it and
can
my
have
pupils
that.
wouldn't dilate. There was just like a single size
Essentially, when
all the
you're
time.
laser, if you're
Yeah,
one of
they're
those
opaque.
up to you.
Oh,
Alright, to the back, to the
Kinda
right is
amazing.
our
I mean,
confessional
you're like,
space.
They were pretty
So
cool.
your block is like.
Yeah. Pretend I was a vampire.
Really?
Boy,
Really, you can get away with a lot of stuff too. Trip falls and you're like, my eyes are dilated.
I know, right?
Officer, check my eyes out.
Exactly.
Like, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Mention your dreams.
Man, you're
I
giving me
always
some
tell
good
them stuff like
ideas.
Yeah, I'm not
They come at your fault, which won't be that long. What is it?
That long, yeah.
I'm just
You
saying.
can always, like, I thought
Sorry?
the same
This-
thing.
okay,
I was like, oh, I can just tell my pupils are excited. You want to check my pupils?
Yeah,
Very
right?
appropriate for.
Oh, that's not me.
Oh, that's our
Your
my
eyes are green.
You can't wait. Just for leaving me.
Description you're looking for, it says brown eyes.
Hey, guys,
Mexican guy running down the street. I have green eyes. I don't know what you're talking about.
My,
Run the bed.
just because I have brown eyes here
You can see it.
and I have green, so I'm
Right.
So essentially, if you're a boss of everyone is trying to get on this couch. This is if you got some time off. Okay. By all means, yeah, start perusing it, but there's not a script for everybody. There's what? Not a script for everybody. Okay, so when you go up, make sure you have a script.
Oh,
Hi.
I think so.
Oh, that's amazing. He's like, you're my wife, right?
Did you notice we did give you extra
Hard to
characters
tell.
in this?
Yeah, my actual character isn't
Yes.
reading.
Right, she doesn't show up till
Okay.
mid-season.
Okay.
Mid-season, so we need your professionals, obviously, and we also want you to read.
There you go.
I
That's
think
doing
we
it.
have to start just from our own perspective.
No, that's you. Yeah, just so everyone knows, don't go back there in character. Be you when you're in the confessionals. You want you
Yeah.
guys. This is the character space. And even that, really, this is the character space. You're more than welcome to just like. God, that's where you're at.
Unless you're a klepto, then don't be yourself.
Exactly. Greetings. So we're waiting for Phoebe and James.
So I'm doing Pang and someone else today?
Hang and
So,
someone else.
If you're not, you know how to have.
Oh, yeah.
Is this one teacher?
Okay.
Other shows, you're not gonna do this, like, stick around or do it. I don't know.
That's
So
what I was
like,
wondering also. I'm not in there.
I was like-
If we're just doing the commercial, the
I know, I quick commercial.
Commercial.
You know the commercial?
Thank you.
Pretty baby. I saw your dream. Blood.
Oh, blood, God.
That's a bloody dream.
You were perfect for that.
Give it to
So, Juan, come here for a second, let me show you what's going on here.
You should have been on the other
Since
couch.
Jeff doesn't show up,
Yeah.
right? So you are going to be our principal today, and you're also going to be our two students over here.
Okay. Sounds good.
And Bridget, did you see what you were going to do over here too? Okay, so you are Cheryl, you are a feisty,
Cheryl.
what is she? Feisty
Love it. Already done.
secretary. So, she is the secretary for essentially. But we're waiting
I'm the
for
principal.
Corin. Corin has yet to arrive.
Wait, so I'm the secretary and I'm the other girl, Belle, right?
Right, so Belle doesn't show up till mid-season.
Oh.
So that's so bad. But it's a cool part, so it's worth waiting.
Oh, trust me, I've been thinking some fucked up shit for that.
Good.
This is like my bread and butter. I'm like, fucked up shit.
Yeah. More
Oh,
than
God.
Really delicious,
Yeah, I just was like, I was just in a show and this character Scarlett that I like made up, I like painted like with body parts. I got like stretched like lungs out and thing. Yeah, the lungs are
16.
stretched out so you can see the cancer in it.
What is your character's name?
In your brain. I was like, what? This is brain.
You pronounced the last
And they're like, yeah, that's what
Greetings,
it
sir.
is. Okay, for Cheryl?
Yeah.
Hello. All right, so let me give you a quick rundown. This is the camera you gotta be conscious of. This is a secondary static camera. He's running around with our mobile camera. If you go back there to the right, that is where our confessional space is. You sit down, you can see yourself on the screen immediately. Just press record. You got your 10-minute block, which is the top. Yeah, exactly. So we got 3 prompts for you back there. Envelope, open your envelope in alphabetical order, and just
I know.
do whatever you want with the rest of the time. So you answer our prompts, mention a dream if you can. I mean, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like,
Pretty casual.
I was like,
Oh, my research is
We
going
get to be
to
talking
grow.
about trying things, but
But it's
now
short.
we're gonna kick people out, we're not doing anything. But, as
yeah,
you
that's
see,
why I'm
this
like,
one
yeah,
is
he's
focusing
like,
on
confession pop, and I was like,
And,
I was like,
I know you said something about extra parts in case extra parts had to be.
Talking about our dreams.
we were
Right.
like about ourselves.
Just worry about your part.
Questions, like,
Just worry about your part.
give me, honey, I'm gonna be more than 10 minutes.
Gonna run a little.
You're right. I was like,
Exactly. Get out there.
Like pig breath.
hold on, I got something else to say.
Yes.
Wait, one last thing. All right,
Okay,
stop.
salmon.
And then you put it back on the
Salmon.
record. Okay, I forgot this one
I
thing.
know you're in a
Can I start over?
Boom. You got a huge episode, 20 lines there. Longest scene. Where does that happen?
Realize that 3, yes.
Page 3. And then all your confession.
Where does it say? Oh,
3, 6.
Yeah, you know. So you're having episode 2. Salmon.
One line short.
Part of episode 2. One line short.
And say it again, I'm sorry? Right.
What episode is that?
This is episode 1.
Which one is one?
I think so. Double check. Look for your name just in case. I'm not sure. Salmon.
Is this what episode is this?
This is 2.
Are we doing that today? Tonight?
Yeah, we're getting through 1 and 2 today. So theoretically, we should bust through there. Still got 20 minutes before we're gonna start.
Yeah, I've contacted them.
Episode 1 in an hour, episode 2 in an hour. Should be like 8:45.
I'm not used to it.
Do we have a script? No, everyone doesn't have a script, so that's part of the charm, alright?
So how do we know when to jump onto the A?
Okay, exactly. There are cue sheets over here, so be conscious of when your scenes are gonna pop up and kind of run with the momentum of that. Salmon? Salmon is confined to his technological obsessions.
Okay.
He's the dream editor for the biggest dream company in.
I'll see my head there.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's fair to say. Salmon knows what he's doing. He's like the top editing company. But that being said, he does have to.
Yeah, I'll remember my cat
quirks,
name,
you
but
know,
I forgot
he's
my
arrogant when it comes to professional.
I'll be like, wait, what are you doing again?
He's a little more humble when it comes
He's like, I was like, but my name is.
Yeah, it's like
I
his
know
friends.
that. You're gonna be like, I come in
Yeah,
like.
it's like the play. And Sam's definitely
So then you're
there's
like,
way more
special.
enduring dynamic you can get out. I don't want to hurt anything.
No, okay, got it. I just wanted to agree.
When it comes through, it works,
when it doesn't
No,
grow
no,
out
record.
wind outside. So we're
Yeah,
holding it
record the
outside.
head of the
I know
insect.
I'm wrong.
Okay.
Founder of the insect company.
All right. Corn, not corn. Fantastic.
So, I have a question. Hold on. Let me articulate it in my head and then I'll say it. Okay, so after, you're gonna give us, the script, or we're gonna read the script and then we're gonna go up there and then,
I don't really want you guys to read it that much before you read it.
so don't read it.
I mean, you're allowed to read it, but
Don't read the script.
you know what I'm saying? By all means, look at it, guys. You're not gonna memorize it. We're looking over it once. But
I have like, a lovely.
by all means, then do what's gonna be the best for you and make you the most
I'm just
comfortable.
kidding, I'm a horrible memorizer.
But we don't want perfect readings, you know. We want.
I'm hoping for
to read
someone
through.
with dyslexia, because I think that.
I do too, I'm in dyslexic. No, I really am.
Space,
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. So am I. So
No, I seriously, and it's like really, I said this rehearsal earlier, and I said, I fucked up the shit, and the guy yelled at me, I was like, I'm dyslexic, leave me alone. God.
How do you
I
say
got
your
so
last name?
mad, I was
Finnegan.
like, you can't yell at me because
Finnegan.
my brain is working faster than my mouth. God. I'm sorry I'm seeing
your
things the way
last
they're
name?
actually
Yeah.
technically
Oh,
supposed to
Taker.
be seen. You know what I mean?
Finnegan, I thought it was.
That's
No,
what it
that
is.
was my last
Dyslexia.
name.
Everybody does like how you're supposed to see it anyway.
Taker. Taker.
Aren't you? I know. Aren't you a swift fritter? Aren't you a
English accent.
Aren't you a swift fritter? Oh God, you spit on us again. Of course, Mr. Dunlow. It is a pleasure to meet you. Ooh, I'm spitting really on that. Follow me, hon. I'll get you squared away. Go easy on him,
Feel
Cheryl.
free to utilize the
That's
chairs,
so
guys.
weird.
Feel free to utilize this table as a table on the show if you want to. We want you to use whatever you can, you know. I know it's a tight space and you can only do so much, but
I love it.
once again, part of the
Here we
show.
are. Cheryl,
Yes.
Here we are. That's TV. Ooh. Next stop, recording.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like,
Down there. We have.
you know, it's a
all-time
gamble.
room.
But I'm just
Right
fit.
here.
I'm just fit. I'm gonna make it happen.
Right.
Right
You point out everything.
Right here.
Alright.
And the narrative
Like
development office.
You
is
tear
right
it yourself.
there.
You're like, you know what? I
Of
need
course,
lines.
the cafeteria.
I need the like little grid to define me.
Mr.
That's where I
Dunlow's
want to tear.
private office,
how much paper towel
which you were not
Right.
just in.
You
Relax.
know, some
But at
give you
least
small
the
slivers,
bathroom.
some
Yeah.
give you larger.
This is actually where you'll be spending much of your time.
The bathroom.
In the bathroom. How'd you know? Oh, funny. I didn't mean you will be overusing these facilities, but sure will be cleaning the shit out of them. I'll start somewhere, right?
On the day table.
The previous secretary.
Now you gotta go and show me how quick you really are. She said her facilities had to stay
I
there.
know page one. I probably just have to look over someone.
Yes, you are.
The mop and the
you're
bucket
in
are
it
in
pretty
your
quick.
adjacent closet, you know, the new office.
Yank it from.
Mr. Big
We're
Shot.
gonna introduce ourselves. And then essentially, someone's gonna have to get with the script to sign it. Once Steve gets here, your daughter, actually your twin daughters and one person.
Secretary.
Once she gets there, she's
Very
from Second
sad.
City.
You know what? You can print your own papers.
She said it was 7 minutes, but 20 felt more.
I don't like.
But anyways, we
Diddling
didn't plan to
anyway.
start at 6:30, so we're still good.
You're like the worst secretary ever. Like, you're just like,
What are we paying for?
Nobody knows anybody yet.
wait, I have to file these?
I have to file?
Ugh.
I have to type this out?
I need to wear my good gloves. I don't want to get paper clips. I mean,
You're like a Jersey secretary.
paper cuts. I was like paper clips. I don't want those paper clips all over my fingernails. Ugh.
Enjoy the nice day. Very beautiful, right?
Yeah.
We should open the window.
Agreed.
I'm just saying,
I'm
it's an open suggestion.
Except for sound, maybe.
Oh.
Probably ask Scott.
It's nice outside, why not?
Well, what about the
Sound
sound?
issues, but
This, I don't know.
God. Ooh. Who's salmon?
Oh.
Who's playing salmon? I want to be best friends with them. Oh my God. name?
Mark and Salmon.
Who's playing Salmon?
Mark.
Me, right here.
You're playing Salmon?
I am.
Why didn't you tell me?
We were just in our own little world for a minute.
Oh, it's
It's
fine.
funny, it's funny.
My one of my best friends, her last name is Salmon, so
Oh, yeah?
we're pretty much related.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Ready, a big deal. Why are you smoking in here? Sarah, why are you smoking in here? So what's your name? What's your guy's name? You know
Would
you're
anybody like to peruse?
Yeah,
I know you're his arch nemesis.
That would be
You
awesome.
two are a row.
He's playing role, you're role?
Yeah.
You guys are a nemesis.
Your father took me in.
Do a peruse.
In case you weren't sure. Aren't you his dad?
Yeah, are you the dad?
I love
I
it.
am.
And you're my wife, right? He's like, and you're my wife. I love it. Oh my gosh. You're my
I
wife.
sell you drugs. Well, I give you drugs. I think.
You give me drugs?
Yeah.
In this episode?
I don't know if it's the first one. No, the first one I'm not even in at all. But
OnlineStopWatch.com. Can be my new
Yeah.
favorite
I
website.
know. It gives me a little anxiety though.
I'm Juan.
One?
Yeah. What's your name? Mike.
Mhm.
Nice
How
to meet
scary.
you too.
Freaks me out. It makes me
I'll be your
conscious.
apprentice.
Come here.
I saw the line Rose dragged away by strippers.
Is that a dream or is that reality?
It'd be reality now.
Hey, what's up, dude? Welcome.
Great, I did it.
Squeeze in here. Wait, there, I got a couple of people here. That works. Hey guys, everybody's here. So we think we should go ahead and get some introductions on. Do the best you can with what you know about your character as it stands, but also introduce yourself here. So introduce yourself and your character, and whatever else the hell you want to say. We got till 6:30 when we're going to start reading, so I think that's the punchy.
Okay, I'm Mark, and I'm playing the character Sam, and I'm looking forward to doing this with everybody, so hopefully it's a good project and we have fun. All right. Thanks. Nice to meet you, Mike.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm Mike, I'm playing Eamon, the asshole dad. I was saying earlier that I feel like I might be like John Lithgow from Footloose. Could be fun. So, fun.
I'm Phoebe. I'm playing Danny and Audrey. Yeah, that's true. All true. All true.
I actually forgot my character name.
Lee.
Jeff. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm Jeff. I am Rose's dad's apprentice because they kind of don't get along, and I smuggle him drugs. So that's about as much as I can remember right now.
You smoke a lot of drugs. I'm Bridget. I'm playing Belle, who's a dreamer of horror. Dun-dun-dun. And then I'm Cheryl. In this episode, I just found out. Super excited to be a secretary. Oh, and that's it. Okay.
Alright, I'm Lindsay. I'm playing Amy Kang. She's like CEO, I think, of one of the major dream companies. And from what I've seen so far, it looks like I get to be kind of a bitch, which is fun. And then I'm also playing teacher in episode 2.
Yeah.
So,
You done?
Oh.
We are roommates, so we have a lot to talk about. My name is Mara, and overall I'm playing the drama dreamer, but she is not in these episodes until about halfway through, so I get to play a slut and a stripper in the first 2 episodes, which I am psyched about. Could not be more psyched.
it's a fitting role.
Oh. Is it gonna be okay now,
Sorry.
I'm James.
Oh, James, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. No, you're good. I'm playing Corin, and I guess I run shit. I'm not necessarily sure. Yeah, what capacity? I just run lots of shit. You know, I don't know if it's a smoother version of Tom Cruise from Tropical Thunder. I have no idea, but I make shit happen, so I guess that's me.
Hi, I'm Terry, and I'm playing Debbie, who's Eamon's wife and Rose's mom.
Wow.
She is codependent. He's some kind of substance abuser, and I'm, you know, trying to, I guess, define myself at some point. I'm just trying to be a good mom.
Bro.
I'm Gary. I'm playing Ro, who's the 16-year-old dreamer who gets discovered. He's kind of at odds with his dad a lot, who's a preacher, and he's kind of not buying into that, and it's a little snarky sometimes, which is fun. Look forward to it.
I'm Josh Barron, playing Scout, who is Rose quasi-agent person. And yeah, that's about that.
Outstanding. Sweet. All right, guys.
Wow. So good.
Are you Omari's friend?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, hi.
Anyways.
Interdynamics, I like it. So, you guys mentioned.
Oh, hi, Omari's friend.
Hello.
I'm also his friend.
Terry and I have also, we've been on a play together back in the day.
That
That's
was
forever
a while
ago.
ago,
So there's inter-knowledge.
Gary and I know each other from Austin. We're like, we've known each other for like 3
What?
years.
We're like,
We hang out all the time, we're in the improv troupe together. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
And you've also
We're
birthed
blood
him.
brothers, yeah.
You've birthed him.
I get overwhelmed by
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, out of my own.
Anyway.
Yeah,
To do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Generic message.
We know each other because I randomly I've seen him before. I was like, I've seen you before. We had contact. Like I remembered his eyes because his eyes were like really different. He does. Yeah, I kept wearing them since people were telling me I'd have
There is one
people.
person I remember because I like Lindsay Lohan.
Who's my dad?
And you have blonde hair.
I am not.
You're my daddy.
What?
I like that.
Yeah, so get ready for Phoebe to get all schizo for us because she is twins. And she's going to get two.
Wait, you're a twin?
Yeah.
Where's the thing? Oh, that's the true
Like
thing.
Danny and Aubrey with an eye.
She's
Twice.
She's a little snippy.
Good thing.
So, how are you doing?
Let's do it. Okay.
So what are the twins do? What do the twins do? Like what's their
They're in love and friends and bring
with Gary?
joy and cheer.
Or is it Bo?
You're in love with them.
Okay, can we do names like one more time?
Like 3 or
Wait,
4.
wait, wait.
I know.
Get this.
Aubrey, Juan, we just went over this, Bridget, Lindsay, and Laura. You're James.
You're James.
Terry.
Yeah. Oh my God, these women's amazing.
She is me.
Right.
You got
Dude, I was gonna say, I was so psyched for you to get everybody. That's amazing.
The cutoff go Terry.
Oh,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Alright,
I'm Gary.
Gary and
Aubrey,
Josh.
Juan,
Josh.
Bridget,
Gary.
Lindsay,
Aubrey?
James, Mara,
That's like
Terry,
really her.
Gary, Josh.
Phoebe.
Gary, Josh.
And Joshua.
Gary, Josh. Wow.
Oh,
That's
wow.
the person that's gonna take me a lot longer than that.
Bridget.
Alright, Mike, Mark, Aubrey, Juan, Bridget.
Wait.
And that's the For everybody else, like 5 names. She's
I
like,
don't
I'm not
know
gonna
names.
leave. Like,
Mike.
Fourth grade.
Mark Mike.
Mark. What's your name?
Me? Oh yes, I'm Scott.
You didn't.
Scott Neenan. Sorry,
You
guys.
didn't say your name.
Let's look at this together.
Yeah, let's actually do it. You guys
How do
game?
you say our last name?
Taker.
Taker?
Yes.
Okay. There you
Like,
go.
Take yeah.
Yeah.
Takira.
Oh, can we, I have a question.
Yeah, yeah. Bring it.
Your question.
Aubrey and Danny are which ones? Which one's which?
Aubrey is the nice one, Danny is the not so nice one.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And if you could try and be as distinct as possible.
Okay, I have glasses.
That would be cool, actually.
It wasn't that
That'd be
good.
really
It was
good.
really good.
That could work.
Pretty.
Wear
Aubrey
glasses.
gave me the
Awesome.
Aubrey.
Okay.
Nice
and
one.
that's a nice one.
Nice people wear glasses.
No, Aubrey's the nice one. Wait, don't get me mixed up, guys.
Just like Danny. Like with an
Danny.
I know, doesn't Danny sound a little
Devil
bitchier?
Clemente.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny the devil, Aubrey the
Oh, nice. That's good.
What are those called again? Like learning these things?
Mnemonic device.
mnemonic device.
Just leave it on there.
Mnemonic.
Narration.
Device. Mnemonic. Device.
Yeah, I actually learned that too.
Did you
And
say
then,
that?
yeah.
You do like
Try
that.
it.
You're like filling you in the middle of the test.
You're
it's
like, dun, dun, dun.
And you are like,
Alright,
you're
guys.
like, a 100.
Sorry to interrupt, but let's start this thing. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
Everyone just put the scripts there because, as you know, there's not a script for everybody. So really, you're only holding the script if you're up or you're about to go up. So, as I mentioned to some people already, we will have one other person doing narration. She'll be here next week. I'm going to do the narration tonight. But we're going to switch off every episode.
Mike.
Any final questions before we do this thing? Well, that's just like we're going to be in this area. Feel free to use these chairs. You can use the table or the other chair. It's up to you guys. Yeah, let's
Do the confessional.
So ACASH is about to be up. Actually, you guys can just maybe get up here. Is Aubrey, Rowe, Danny, Corin, and Eamon. Oh.
Who's reading the stage?
That's yeah. I'm going to be doing the narration tonight, and Katie will be here next week for that one. You might go back to me and we might get somebody fresh. All right. So on deck then would be Sarah and Debbie's and I still can see. Okay. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Stop it real sweet. Might move around since I'm not live. Okay. Actually, let me think about that scene. Okay, there we go. Episode 1 of The Insight Company. Pilot, fade in, interior church morning. Laying on the sleep on the back pew is Roe. He is 16 but has a haggard look about him. He uses the Bible as a headrest and has drooled a bit on it. Churchgoers are prompted to stand and greet one another. Roe is stirred by the incessant peace be with you and also with you, enough to lift an eyelid. The fellow beside him notices and gestures for Roe to shake his hand. Without sitting up, he offers his limp hand. The fellow looks irritated, but waggles his palm nonetheless. Roe slowly lifts himself in the pew, barely opening his eyes. Other churchgoers don't bother with him as he zones out slouched. He stares through the handshaking and backpats to his father, Eamon, the pastor of the church, as he stands at his pulpit. Eamon locks eyes with him for a moment, purses his eyelids before averting his gaze. Interior church moments later. People are receiving communion. Everyone is in line with their heads down, staring at the heels of the person in front of them, except Roe, who is looking around the church with a curious aggression. He approaches his father, who gives him the Eucharist. He pretends to put the wafer into his mouth, only to slip it into his front shirt pocket. He turns and walks back to the rear pew. He sits and pulls out the wafer, along with a packet of hot sauce from his pocket. He drizzles the hot sauce on the wafer, and the smell permeates the area. He's about to take a bite when Aubrey and Danny, 16-year-old twins, turn around and glare at him. He snaps the wafer in two and gives one half to Aubrey. She looks at it confused, sniffs it, dabbles her tongue on it, before eating it up. Danny appears jealous. Roe breaks the remaining half in two and feeds her a quarter of the Eucharist. He nibbles on the quarter left for himself. The girls giggle, somehow impressed. The twins' father, Corin, notices his daughters getting distracted by Roe. He snaps his fingers and motions for them to face forward. They oblige. Corin turns and lifts an eyebrow at Roe, who has hot sauce running down his chin. Corin points out the hot sauce, amused. Roe wipes it off with his shirt sleeve. Exterior church continuous. Roe sits outside the church on a bench. The twins exit and scurry over to Roe. He poorly looks up at them as Danny sits beside him on the bench. Aubrey pulls out her phone.
So what's with the spicy body of Christ stuff?
Oh, I always thought the Savior could use a little more flavor.
It's not an appetizer. Yeah, more like a snack. Can you imagine eating 2,000-year-old flesh for real? The big guy would be pretty tough and dry at that point.
No, Jesus jerky, that'll sell.
The Christian cannibal market is underserviced. I'd try it.
Aubrey and Rose start laughing, and Danny notices and cuts them off.
So what's your name, boy?
We go to the same school, girl. How do you not know my name?
Apparently it wasn't worth the knowing.
Roland.
Pleased to meet you, got a last name?
Take her.
Well, this is Danny, and I'm Aubrey.
Yeah, I know.
So why don't you give us your number then?
Oh, I'm not allowed to talk on the phone.
So adorable. What?
Girls!
Well, here, then just take mine. We will call you from Danny's phone. Bye, Ro.
You're just gonna give me your phone?
I'll say I've lost it. My dad will get me another.
The twins get in the car and drive off. Father Eamon comes from out of the church and up to Rose. Rose slyly hides the phone in his pocket.
Did you enjoy the service?
Yeah, sure, Dad.
Did you cut yourself?
Oh, I don't know. Possibly.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, it's not mine. Maybe.
Eamon notices the hot sauce packets in Rose's front shirt pocket. He smacks the pocket hard, bursting the packages inside. The red hot sauce spurts out the top and oozes through the shirt.
It's a miracle! Praise be!
You're disrespectful.
And you are humorless.
Keep it up.
Exterior, Dreamview Corporation morning. The sun glints off the tall glass building. Some of the panes of glass display video. The building side is multicolored and multi-textured. Interior, Sarah's apartment, day. Scout and Sarah are being intimate. Scout dives under the blankets. Sarah squeals for a moment, but then there's silence.
Try 2.
That is 2.
Then 3.
Sarah starts to react pleasurably, but trails off quick.
What's wrong?
Nothing, just do 4.
Are you kidding?
She's still not reacting.
What do you want me to say?
Nothing. You should be convulsing with joy by now.
You just...
I suppose. Somehow punching your vagina just isn't sexy for me.
Scout abruptly gets out from under the blankets and walks to the dresser. He pulls out a large vibrator and flicks it on.
There we go.
Shut up.
Scout lifts the blanket and dives under like a torpedo. Sarah squeals, delighted. Scout's phone rings on the nightstand. His arm reaches out, grabs it, and pulls it under the covers. Amy Pang is calling, and Scout answers it. A video feed ensues.
Do you like your job, Scout?
All right.
You're supposed to be here 15 years.
He continues to pleasure Sarah.
What's going on there? Why are you so dark? Who are you with? Are you in the generator room?
Sorry, Pang. I'm pleasuring my girlfriend. I lost track of time.
Don't bother coming in.
What?
Scout stops using the vibrator for a second.
I was about to finish.
Last chance then. I'm uploading the last lead you might ever get. Sign him or find another job.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Pang, ma'am.
Pang signs off. Scout pulls out the forwarded lead. He clicks on Amy Taker's hyperlink. It displays a history of pilgrimages, missions, awards, videos of sermons, and various quotes like, "Man is enslaved by machine."
Oh, shit.
Scout jumps up and out of the bed, dildo in hand. He begins putting on his pants.
Get over here.
You are not my boss.
Scout instinctively throws the vibrator at her.
I gotta go.
Interior, Taker residence, Rose room. Evening. Rose lying on his bed under the blanket. Rose mom Debbie walks by the door and hesitates, listening in. She hears girls giggling and steps into the room. She looks back confused at the glow and giggles coming from underneath the blanket.
So do you guys have identical everythings everywhere?
Roland, who are you talking to in there?
Ro pulls the cover off, embarrassed. He tries to hide the phone under his pillow.
How do you have a phone? Who are
these girls you're talking to?
I met them at church. Isn't that where I'm supposed to meet nice young women?
Debbie reaches for the phone and looks at the video feed of the twins.
They're little girls. Tell me where you got this phone.
One of the little girls gave it to me.
Well, you have to give it back.
He can keep it.
Hang that thing up. If your father saw that, he would lose it. Say goodnight, girls.
Night. Night, Roro.
Roro.
Yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't stick.
This worries me. Do we need to go over this again?
Over what? No. Sex equals babies and itchy, scrabby crotches and eternal damnation. Got it.
That's not what he said.
More or less. You do know it's not as dangerous as it was when you were younger. I mean, there's all sorts of cures, creams, ointments, and antibodies to make sure this body isn't without booty.
Roland, are you actually having sex? You have to tell me.
No, I am not having sex. Thanks for reminding me, though. Almost forgot. Can I just keep the phone?
Just keep your door locked. If you get caught, I can't help you.
You suggesting that I hide inappropriate material from your husband?
Perhaps?
Yes! Co-conspirator! Why is he so weird about using technology? I just want to talk to my friends like a normal freaking teenager.
Well, I know it's hard, but your father believes that our reliance on computers is corrosive.
How could the advances in science that let us live longer and happier be a bad thing?
It is complicated, but your father and I agree that our society is grossly misguided and...
Fine, I don't care enough to talk about this anymore.
Friends? That means to talk to my friends. Then what do you care about?
This means that I want to talk to my friends, have access to information and knowledge worth knowing, not being closed off from just about everyone. Oh, and at-home remedies for future herpes outbreaks.
You are never serious, Ro. Isn't it worth knowing how to save yourself? Remember, we don't have a soul, Ro. We are a soul, and we have a body.
You hear yourself? Maybe I'm never serious because all you guys ever are is serious.
We are trying.
You're trying too hard.
I only want to care for you, and you used to reciprocate that love.
Hey, you are reciprocated. I love you, mother. Happy now?
Ro gets her a quick, patronizing hug. He gestures for her to leave. Debbie exits. Interior, Dunlow Estate, afternoon. Corin is sitting at his monitors editing A Dream. Aubrey and Danny are hovering behind him as he works diligently.
Whose dream are you chopping up, Dad?
Just going through some prospective dreamers footage.
Give it a rest. You're off the clock.
Corin turns away from the screen.
When's your friend coming over?
He should be here in a minute. Don't be mean to him. Yeah, don't embarrass us.
Why would I ever be mean to a boy who wants nothing more than to spend time with my two young, beautiful, impressionable twin daughters?
The doorbell rings. Ding dong, and Ro shows up on the front gate security monitor.
Let him in.
Corin hesitates, then hits a button. He speaks into the microphone.
Enter.
Dad, seriously?
If you dare.
Ro is seen shuffling through the gate.
All right. Let's go meet this kid.
Corin and the twins step out, heading toward the front door.
So, which one of you two like him?
The girls point at each other.
Good old awkward old sibling rivalry.
They give him a funny look. Corin and the twins open the front door and greet Ro. He stands awkwardly admiring the mansion.
Hey! Welcome.
Ro is taken aback.
Get in here.
Thank you.
So, Ro, is it?
Roland, or just Ro if you want.
If I want or if you want?
I guess if you want to call me Ro, sir.
Is Roland your in trouble name?
Aubrey smiles, crinkles her cheeks to an extreme, and gives him a double wink. Corin walks back into the office. Roland looks to the twins for guidance. They shrug and gesture for him to follow Corin back in his office. Ro slowly walks in. Corin is behind the door and shuts it as he enters, surprising Ro.
Hey. Have a seat. Yes, sir.
Rose sits and admires all the media paraphernalia on the walls.
So, Ro, which one of my daughters are you interested in?
What is all this that you have here?
Ah, diversion. Smart move. This is my dream editing suite.
Oh, okay. I've never seen a dream, you know, strict parents. It's like a new kind of movie though, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a film, but a little more complex, a little more suited for this day and age. You know much about dream to movie technology?
Nah, not really. My dad's pretty strict about my extracurricular activities.
Well, these are the hopes and fears of real people. Huh? Their emotions manifested and encoded to a digital visual format. You are not watching people acting. You are seeing people from the inside out.
Not literally, I hope.
Haven't you ever wanted to be someone else for just a little bit?
Never considered it.
So, you truly know nothing about the inside company and what we do?
Not really. I mean, I've heard of Dreamview. Do you make the same kind of movies as them?
Kind of. I mean, they churn them out, though. We spend a little more time developing character, plot, plot and such. If you like, you can keep it a secret. We can record a quick piece of one of your dreams right now, if you want.
I'm not really tired.
You don't need to be tired.
Yeah?
Corin reaches into his desk drawer and pulls out a small tranquilizer device. He presses it into Ro's leg.
You tired yet?
Ro has trouble keeping his eyes open.
Now, unfortunately, there is no recommended child dose, so you got the big boy badge. You may have a headache when I wake you up.
Ro closes his eyes. Corin fastens sensors to Ro's temple. He turns back to the computer and starts to adjust the settings. Ro starts to move his eyes as he enters REM. After a few moments, a video pops up on the computer screen.
Wow, kid. Your imagination. I've never seen contrast with this much latitude.
Aubrey and Danny walk in.
Can we finally play with Ro now? Hey, why is he dreaming, old man? He's 18.
It's only illegal to make them public. He was curious about it, so I told him I'd show him what it was all about.
How can he be dreaming already? He's been in here for like 5 minutes.
Once you know where to look, it's a piece of cake.
They all watch flashes from Ro's dreams being processed on the screen.
Wow, that's pretty. It's still kind of creepy digging into the brain of the first boy we ever gave home.
Yes, but what better way to know what kind of character we're dealing with? I mean, this is exceptional.
Hey, pause it. Was that me?
Corin quickly turns off the monitor.
Okay, look, let's let him finish. Okay, everybody out.
I think it was me.
Interior Dunlow State foyer later. Danny, Aubrey, and Ro walk out of the office. Ro is squinting and holding his temple. Corin follows them and shuts the door to his office.
Can't really see.
Yeah, look, sorry about that. Look, good news is, I burned a copy of your dream for you to check out when you get a chance.
Corin hands him the memory stick.
Look, the pain will go away after an hour or so.
Promise?
Ro turns around to see that Corin has already gone. The door creaks shut. Interior, take a residence, afternoon. Scout knocks at the front door. Eamon is there to answer the door.
What can I do for you?
Mr. Taker.
Once again, what can I do for you?
Sir, I have an opportunity I'd like to discuss with you.
I don't want any.
I'm not selling. My name is Scout. I work for Dreamview Corporation. We're very interested in taking you on as a dream client.
You want me to be a dreamer?
I'm well aware of the irony of my visit considering your beliefs, but I think we can build a mutually beneficial relationship.
You got balls, Skeet. I'll give you that.
And it's Scout, actually.
Scout. Your name is Scout, and you're a scout? I guess that would make me preach.
Preach. Can I come in and have a moment of your time?
Don't be cute. Call me Father Taker.
Sorry, I'm just trying to let you move.
Sorry, Skeet, I don't have time. but I don't want to waste it on this. I do have time, but I don't want to waste it on this.
Father Xavier, my job is on the line. Okay? You have to hear me out. I think I will impress you.
I've already had a few, and I'm feeling generous. But if you think that actually work for the technocrats, that is, if you don't mind wasting 10 minutes of our lives, so be it. How do you take your scotch?
In liquid form. In a glass.
Eamon gestures for Scott to enter. Scott unloads his briefcase on the table. Eamon steps in the room with 2 glasses of scotch and hands Scott one. Scott takes a pretty big swig.
You know, the thing about scotch is you can drink it slow to savor it, or you can just swallow it down and chase it with a ginger ale, like a preteen.
Sorry. I'm nervous. And I need a little relaxer before I go into this, which let's just go ahead and do. We are looking to broaden our audience and appeal to less likely factions, including your very devout followers.
Scott pulls out his digital tablet and shows Eamon the graphs and figures.
I don't know what any of that means.
So let me show you. All right, this graph depicts your current market value. Okay, essentially how many people follow you at this point. The second bit shows you the maximum number of people you can influence continuing on as you are now. Here, you can see the anticipated market penetration of your brand, your ideas, for you to sign with Dreamview.
Penetration? Brand? I'm sure you spent a fair amount of time on your little presentation here, but frankly it boils down to my not trusting your face.
Hard not to take that personally. We do little more than distribute stories. You must be confident in your own persuasive power, your own subconscious. In doing my research, it was obvious that your following is dwindling. Okay, but can you fathom the amount of people that you can affect through our mass medium if you just opened your mind to us?
Doesn't that make me a hypocrite? To be using the exact instruments of technology that inspire people to purge from their lives. Would you follow a hypocrite?
People can abuse the instrument, but perhaps you can model a balanced approach.
Are you done?
I'm trying to help us both out. Okay, I keep my job. Your vision for a better world is distributed to far more people.
The end rarely justifies the means. This is getting to be a little redundant.
With all due respect, Jesus was a carpenter. He used tools and shit. Seriously, this is your greatest chance of impacting the most people.
Roe saunters into the room.
Where are your manners?
Oh, yeah. Greetings, stranger. You will call me Roe.
You can call me Scout.
I can do a lot of things. What brings you here, stranger?
I am offering your father a very generous deal.
A deal with the devil always appears good, especially a few tumblers deep.
Yeah, really? The devil? I consider myself more a messenger than anything.
The company you keep, I appreciate your offer, but I must decline.
What was the offer?
I work for Dreamview. Your father's dreams could have been the most lucrative recordings any editing house has ever seen, but instead, looks like I'm out of a job.
I'm always in need of volunteers.
I don't doubt it.
Then I think it's time for you to go.
Scout packs up his things, shakes Eamon's hand, and exits the front door.
Your name is Roland. Why are you going by that now? Why are you going by Roe now?
It's less syllables, more efficient.
Roe darts into the kitchen. Exterior, Taker residence, continuous. Roe comes running around from the rear of the house. He catches up to Scout.
Hey, buddy, do you really work for Dreamview?
Yeah, for about a day more.
And you can really make my dad a dreamer?
Yeah, if he was willing.
What about me?
Without you.
I could dream for you.
You're too young. Plus, do you think your dad would be okay with that?
He doesn't have to know. Here, take this.
Roe hands him the memory stick.
My friend's dad has a dream recorder. He got this out of me. He said it was good, so if you agree, just let me know.
Whose dad has a dream recorder? Nobody has one of those. They're unaffordable.
Mr. Dunlop.
Corin Dunlop? From Insight?
Yeah.
Download like your dreams. Even so, there's nothing I can do with this.
Just keep it. Let me write my cell phone number on it for you.
Scott has no pen.
Your dad lets you have a cell?
You gotta give up the questions.
Alright, whatever. Maybe I'll take a look at it if you're lucky. If there is something worthwhile, maybe we can talk when you're 18.
Scott gets into the vehicle and drives off. Interior Peng's office waiting area, afternoon. Scott is sitting waiting to speak with Peng. He looks defeated. He pulls out his computer and pops in Rose's dream. He watches it in complete amazement before the receptionist, April May, alerts him to enter the office. Peng is sitting behind her extravagant desk. She is typing on the surface. It has several electronic files fluttering it. She doesn't look up when Scout enters.
Hope you have that contract signed and sealed with one very belligerent religious leader.
I wasn't able.
Oh, well, you could have packing boxes, right? Because you're done here.
But what if I stayed? But maybe with a different job title.
Oh, you want to be a janitor?
I want to be a dreamer.
Just like that.
Let it speak for itself.
Scott hands her the memory stick with Rose dream on it. Interior, Scott's car continuous. Scott dials Rose.
Hey, kid!
Who's this?
Scout. The Dream Group guy. Remember? You gave me the...
Oh, yeah. Did you watch it? Did you like it?
Your dream saved my life.
So I can dream for you guys then.
No, like I said before, legally you're too young, but we can do this. I will be your ghost dreamer.
What does that mean?
We say your dreams are mine. I give you half the earnings.
But